Night at Hospice. I'm actually going to let our chaplain, Mr. Reverend Fred Anderson, speak on behalf of this event. It's something that he has helped put together along with some other folks. So I'm going to let him speak on that.
Well, good.
Good morning, Fred.
Thank you, Butch. It's great to be here this morning.
Where are you, Pastor?
I'm full-time with Hospice.
Full-time with Hospice, okay.
That's right. So it's good to be here this morning. Appreciate the opportunity. We do want to promote our family night, and it's a program to serve Wayne and surrounding counties to help children and teenagers process and cope in a healthy manner with loss in their lives. So we are doing that March 3rd at 6 o'clock at the Hospice office, 1625 Sunset Boulevard, and want to encourage our people from Wayne and surrounding counties to come out and be a part of that, to call and sign up and get our children and teenagers involved in that.
Okay. And Wednesday, March 3rd at 6 p.m. at Hospice. So what can people expect? You know, are you interested in it? What can they expect when they sign up and go to it? What will be going on?
Well, we're going to have some activities, of course, to engage and kind of get to know the people that come or whatever. We're going to have some different community leaders speak that night that deal with certain types of loss in their workplaces, speak that night. Of course, we're going to do some introductions of our staff and things to let them know what resources and support they have through our office. And so it's really an introductory meeting and also an interest meeting to see how many people we might have involved moving forward with a program for children and teenagers. So that's kind of what they can expect. We're going to have pizza, refreshments, and it'll be a casual night at the office to introduce what we want to do to reach and help the community.
You know, it's interesting, the flyer that you handed me here, you think of hospice, you think of, you think of trying to get over the loss of a loved one or someone you know. But it also says on here, if you or someone you know has experienced loss in any form, similar to a death, loss of employment, divorce, financial burden, recent move, or anything in between. And that's interesting. It's more than just losing a loved one.
That's exactly right, and we want to promote that. The hardest thing on our end and other community leaders is to get people to participate. That's the hardest thing, to try to encourage people to participate. We know there are a lot of needs out there. We know there are children and teenagers hurting with different types of loss. You know, a recent move can be a loss. They've moved away from maybe family or friends. They've lost their school that they were once attending and now plugging into a new school. There are various forms of loss, and we'll be dealing with each one of those. So, yes, you hear the name of hospice, and unfortunately, that carries for some people a negative connotation. But we want to promote hospice more as a support and resource for the community. And yes, we deal with death and dying and coping mechanisms for those things, but so much more. Our office does so much more than that. And really, we want to give back to the community. Hospice of South Georgia, I would say, does a great job of giving back to the community, and we want to serve our community. So this is one way we can do that, dealing with loss from some different parameters.
You know, loss of employment. A person could have been having a job for a long time. They love their job, they love their position, and because of financial situations, they lose that job, that employment, their career. How do you talk to someone about that? I guess you have a program to help people deal with that type of loss.
That's correct, and we're going to be involving people that will have some expertise in those areas. Okay. From a chaplaincy end, our expertise are in certain areas, but that's why with children and teenagers, we're also reaching out to school counselors. They'll be involved that night. We've already talked to them and some other leaders from the area to help in different areas.
So once again, not only is it loss of a loved one, but it's also the emotional loss that people go through with loss of employment, divorce, financial burden, recent move, or anything else, along with the loss of losing a loved one. So emotionally, we have a lot of losses in our lives, and Hospice of South Georgia can help people move through that.
Exactly. And we realize, adults handle loss in their lives certain ways, and we can help them in that. Children and teenagers are they're a different breed in that, through their development and things. We want to make sure, we hear all the time, hurt people hurt people. We say, why did somebody respond that way? Why did they say that hurtful word to me? And we realize when someone's hurting, they may hurt someone else through an action or through a word or deed or whatever. But I want to promote helped people help people, and that's what we want to do is from Hospice of South Georgia, our end. There's not one of us adults in life that couldn't say we've been helped along the way somewhere, somehow, whether that was through work, whether that was through death, whether that was through college, whatever that was, education. We want to be a helping resource, and we want to encourage other volunteers to come beside us. Helped people help people, and that's what Family Night is about. Our Hospice of South Georgia office helping families cope with different areas of loss in their lives, and specifically for this night at Family Night for children and teenagers.
Right. And you said this is an interesting meeting for children and teenagers and parents to discuss ways to cope and heal during difficult seasons in their life. And it says, please call and sign up. So I guess you have a limited space, so people need to call up in advance and make their reservation. Is that correct?
That is correct. We have plenty of space, so we're not fearful that that's going to be a problem. We think that'll be fine. But we would like to have a head count because we are feeding the people that night. We'd like to have a head count. But don't let that hinder. If at the last minute you decide, hey, I think I'm free and I can come, you come on. But if you know you're planning to come, please call and give us a notice about that. Give us a heads up for that as well.
Well, as a pastor, if you feed them, they will come. And so it's good that you're going to have a meal. The number to call to make your reservation is 588-0080, 912-588-0080, Hospice of South Georgia. Make your reservation, or if the last minute you decide, hey, I'd like to go, just show up.
That's right. I'd like to say Hospice of South Georgia has done a great job with Camp Hope in the past. And this is not replacing Camp Hope. This is in addition to Camp Hope. We have this year rescheduled for the fall, so that's something to look forward to for children and teenagers to plug into, camp that we do specifically for them. This is in addition to, and hopefully this will be an ongoing thing that we do, Family Night for children and teenagers and their families to plug into, in addition to what we do with Camp Hope.
Once again, Hospice of South Georgia Family Night, Wednesday, March 3rd at 6 p.m. at Hospice of South Georgia at 1625 Sunset Boulevard, right across from Bill Morris Park. Caleb, anything else?
Yes, sir. I have a raffle to talk about. I don't know if you want to discuss that now or if we need to wait a little bit.
Well, it doesn't matter. Are we through talking about Family Night? Anything else you want to add with it there, Pastor?
I don't think so. That's great. Just call and sign up, and please come. We want to help families in our area, and we realize children and teenagers need that. We realize pride can stand in the way from signing up for something like that. But there's not one of us that doesn't have a problem in life we're dealing with. Come on, and we want to walk beside you through whatever loss you have.
Now, use the resources of Hospice South Georgia to help you get through these difficult times in your life.
That's right, because Hospice of South Georgia has been here in Wayne County for 21, almost 22 years. So the folks in Wayne County and surrounding counties have supported this hospice agency for that amount of time. And this is something we can do to help give back to the community for helping us for so long. So I do have a raffle I'd like to talk about.
Let's talk about it, Caleb.
All right. So we have a raffle going on that we are going to raffle off a 2021 Nissan Frontier truck, 4-door, 4-wheel drive.
Say that again now.
A 2021 Nissan Frontier truck, 4-door, 4-wheel drive.
Now, this is a full size. It's not a Matchbox or
it's not
hot cars.
The Titan is a full size truck. The Frontier
what
is.
I mean, it's not a little toy. It's a regular size full truck.
Oh yeah, okay. It's one you can drive.
It's a real truck.
That's right. One you got to pay for gas.
Okay. So Nissan Frontier truck y'all raffling off. Now tell us about it.
Yes, sir. Okay, or if they would not like a vehicle, we are offering $20,000.
Okay.
So yes, sir. We have
truck or the money.
Truck or the money. We have tickets for sale. We're selling them all year long. We're going to do the giveaway, or we're going to do the raffle right before Christmas. Tickets are $100 each, and the proceeds go towards the building fund for the hospice inpatient unit, and that'll help serve the folks of Wayne County and surrounding counties. That's been a big need for this community for a long time. So we are trying and working diligently on that.
The inpatient facility that y'all are making plans on and trying to raise funds for, is that going to be built there at your facility there on Sunset Boulevard?
Yes, sir. It has been planned when they built the original facility to add on to it once we're able to.
All right, so the tickets are $100 each. Of course, they can be purchased at Hospice here of South Georgia.
Hospice of South Georgia, or any Hospice of South Georgia employee, board member, volunteer. Or if you'd like to help us sell some tickets, come by. I'll give you a book to help sell. Like I say, this is to raise money for the inpatient unit that we are trying so diligently to build and bring to the community of Wayne County.
Is there a limit on the number of tickets that you are selling?
We are going to sell as many tickets as we can.
Okay. All right. To try to raise funds. And then the drawing, once again, will be held in December.
It'll be held in December. It'll be the week before Christmas. It's going to be the Friday before Christmas. I believe that's December 17th.
Will the tickets just be put in a big hopper and rolled around and one picked out?
Drawn at random, and we will do it on Facebook Live, so there will be no discrepancies against that. So if you will, please buy a ticket. Please support your local hospice. We are a 501c3 not-for-profit organization. And like I say, we've been in the community for going on 22 years now. And so we want to continue to provide these services for the folks of Wayne and surrounding counties.
Anybody that you need to thank on this giveaway?
I need to thank Mr. Ian Green. Ian Green at Green Motor Company. He is helping us with the vehicle. And then, of course, all of our staff at Hospice of South Georgia, they do a wonderful job caring for these loved ones. And we're very proud to have the reputation that we do in Wayne County.
And once again, this vehicle is a
2021.
2021?
Yes, sir. 2021 Nissan Frontier 4-door, 4-wheel drive truck.
Okay, this is an ambitious giveaway. This is a great giveaway.
Yes, sir. So we're looking forward to it. We're excited about it. It's something different that hadn't been done in a long time. So, due to COVID and other things like that, we're not able to have the normal fundraisers that we usually have. So we've had to come up with other ideas and become creative.
Well, this is a good creative one. That's exciting to win a vehicle like that. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Well, that's it, and we plan on coming back talking more about family night before we have that event. So if folks have missed it, we'll be able to come back and talk more about that.
That's right. I was going to say that we've got some other dates scheduled, and we'll come back and bring out some different aspects of some specifics going on that night. So give you more of an idea of what we're doing. But just want to come in today and briefly talk about it and let the people know what's going on.
Okay.
And again, if anybody would like to contact us, our phone number is 912-588-0080. Again, that number is 912-588-0080. Or our office is located at 1625 Sunset Boulevard, down the road from Bone and Joint and across the road from Bill Morris Park. Tickets are available there. You can purchase tickets at any time, or like I said, you can see any board member, volunteer, or employee member at Hospice of South Georgia. Or if you would like to call me on my phone at work, it is 424-5107. 424-5107. I'll be glad to meet with you and get you a ticket.
Are y'all going to be back on the show before the family night again to promote it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I think.
Okay. I thought I saw another one in there, so y'all be back on one more time to promote this family night. That's going to be held on Wednesday, March 3rd at 6 o'clock. They're at Hospice of South Georgia on Sunset Boulevard. All right, Bob, any questions or comments for our guys this morning?
I was just curious, Caleb, last time you were here, you talked about a fundraiser for the baseball tournament. Any chance to reschedule on that?
Yes, sir, we did. We have not set a date currently to reschedule that event, but it is going to happen this year. We've got some folks that are going to help us with that. Due to COVID and some other things that were out of our control, we had to postpone it. Right. So,
what you giggling about over there?
I'm looking at Sean O'Quinn.
Oh, you're looking at, well, everybody giggles when they look at Sean O'Quinn. Sean's in there, I think, producing a new ad for his business.
So we're working on rescheduling that. We're looking forward to it. But like I said, the first date was, like I said, it had some things that were out of our control as well as COVID going on, and it had peaked at the time. So a lot of folks were weary. So we wanted to be able to have a good turnout, good fundraiser for hospice, and we want everybody to have a good time and also be safe. So we just
still
decided,
working on that tournament.
Yes, sir. We're still working on the tournament. We just decided to postpone, and whenever we set a date for that, I'll be back.
Okay.
All right, sounds good. Well, Bob, we have off on Monday, at least for the morning show, and so we won't have Mondays with Meeks because we won't have a Butch and Bob show for Monday morning, but we will have that Wayne County High School baseball game. And what, 5:36?
5:30 is what a man allows.
Yeah, still calling for a lot of rain. Enjoyed that sunshine yesterday. I couldn't believe we actually had sun yesterday because a couple days before that and the day before they were calling for clouds. Had a great time out there in that sun, walking my dog, Doobie-Doo, around Lake Grace, enjoying the countryside and the cows and all that. A little muddy, but, it's to be expected on dirt roads. But y'all have a great weekend. It is President's Day weekend. A lot of folks will have off on Monday, and Bob and I will be taking off Monday morning, but we will have that ball game for you beginning around 5:30 as Wayne County will be traveling to Nahana to take on Brantley County.
Thank y'all for having us.
All right. Take care. Take care, Bob.